Hello and welcome to another episode of Infinite Light Brigade. Just so you guys know, a couple quick notes. This show was actually recorded a long time ago before this show actually even had a name. It was recorded originally for my show that I host on WRGY called The Sunday Sit Down, where we listen to full albums and discuss them at length. Me and Ethan actually ended up recording for 2 hours. Not all about the album, but, there was enough about the album that I could get a full show out of, and enough that Ethan has gone ahead and made this cut of it kind of being a proto version, what we've referred to as episode 0 a couple times on the show. What you're going to hear, though, is a really kind of poor audio quality of it because I am recording through my Apple, actually, just my MacBook, recording through that mic, and Ethan's being recorded on that same mic, but pumped through a speaker on FaceTime audio, which is the clearest way we could get him at the time. So there's that, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Once again, next week we will be back with a full episode. And, guys, here it is, finally presented to you, episode 0 of Infinite Light Brigade. I'll be back at the end to mention a couple little things.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Sunday Sit Down. I am your host, as always, Lightning Falcon, better known as Hudson to Raps. And guys, we are it. This is the official, unofficial finale of this first run of The Sunday Sit Down. While I have mentioned in other shows that we are going to be doing a New Year's Eve thing and stuff like that, I decided, you know what, let's make this first run, 8 short little episodes and kind of bookend it. And you know what, we're bringing back an all-time favorite guest. Here he is once again, Ethan.
Hey guys, it's Ethan. Welcome to the Sabbath Day Sit Down.
Oh yeah.
It's the Lord's Day.
You know it, and that's why we gotta play the Lord's music.
Absolutely. We've got some sweet-ass Creed coming for you.
Get ready. With arms wide open, 6 times looped. Get ready.
Can you take me higher to them streets of gold? I'm fresh out of Creed references.
I was going to say, I had that one Creed song ready, and that was about it. So we're doing great.
I don't know any other Christian rock bands. I don't even know if Creed is a Christian rock band.
I want to say they're not, but at the same time, they could be. I don't know.
Then there's also Our God is an Awesome God, where we could just loop that for 30 minutes. But
I feel like that would be a successful album. If that was the whole album, I could see why people bought it.
We could press that on vinyl, sell it. People will eat that up.
Are you kidding me, dude? We'll just start going out to churches and be like, listen, we got a hot record for you today. Here it is. 30 non-stop minutes of Our God is an Awesome God. He reigns.
It's not even the song looped, it's just the chorus over and over again.
Someone did that to me the other day. They were it was one of my Facebook friends. He posted a thing, kind of the thing that Danny did on one of the Game Grumps things where it was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I was like, ah, that's funny, because, the joke, it's an 80s song, whatever. So I'm listening to it laughing, and then he's like, yo, listen to this. And it was, Africa from Toto's, tropical remix. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of down for that. I like that song as is, but I'm kind of into tropical house music. It was literally the chorus looped for 7 minutes, with the start of it being I think they used the starting verse, and then it literally just for the next 6.5 minutes, it's gonna take a lot to drag me away from here. Whoa.
Yeah, well, I got one even better than that, which is. Do you listen to Blink-182 at all?
I know, I go in and out of them.
Oh, well, they've got a 10-hour loop of Tom DeLonge's verse from I Miss You, where it's just where are you?
Oh, yeah, where are you? Yeah.
Yeah, that for 10 hours, and I'll probably listen to at least 2 of it.
At least 2. Someone did that when Daft Punk was, being super secretive with Random Access Memories. And I was like,
yeah.
all right. And then they did, they looped only the 30-second SNL Get Lucky thing to Ron Swanson dancing from the episode where he drinks snake juice. And so I was like, oh. So I watched, I watched a good 3 hours of it, or just let it loop, and then I was like, all right.
And you're oh yeah, but wait, I'm wasting my time.
I could be doing a lot of other things right now, such as watching Parks and Rec.
Things. Yeah, there's productive things I could be doing, but...
here I am, hour 3.
Yeah, here you are, doing a radio show. What are you doing with your life, Hudson?
I don't know anymore, man. And the reason I asked Ethan back is because last time we listened to my pick, The Oracle and the Odyssey, and this time Ethan brought his pick. So Ethan, what is it?
All right, for you, I chose David Bowie's The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Nice. So we're going to jump right into it, guys, and we'll talk to you a little bit after the album. So here it is. Ziggy's...
right, there it is. It's playing. It's playing in a few seconds.
It's going to play in, like, we're going to do a countdown. 5,
4, 3,
2,
2.5.
1, 3/4. All right.
It's David Bowie.
All right, it's playing. All right.
I'll end myself. Well, fucking just go for it.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So, yeah, so I just, during the technically time while the album's playing, we can talk for a little minute. So, yeah, no, what, do you want to do a best of album for the end of the year?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll let you pick whatever you want, because most of the ones that I'm doing is I'm giving them to people. So,
I want to do a Moon-Shaped Pool Radiohead.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so I'll get that going. Yeah, so definitely we just got to record it, honestly. I think the 30th, honestly, of December. As long as we do it before then, we're totally fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll obviously. Whoa.
What's up?
I was just gonna say we obviously can do it whenever, but.
Yeah. Because we can either do that or, like, do you ever do any ones where it's like a regular radio show and you, like, talk in between the songs?
Yes. Well, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to be on my because I made the playlist for it, and there's room if you want to add a couple songs here and there, obviously. But if you want to be on that one, I'd love to. We could do a back and forth, or you could, introduce certain songs, then I could. But yeah, so I'll definitely send you the.
I dig that.
Yeah, so I'll send you the track listing that I got right now.
Alright.
And technically, we can. Normally, I air from 10 to midnight on that show. But like, if you had a lot of music that I have that's different than mine, we definitely can add more, and we can make it a longer show.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, no, we just do it in pieces. So definitely, you're more than welcome to come on that, and I can send you like last year's version of that show.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds great. All right, man. So Moonshaped Pool. All right, and we're coming right back in as long as you're ready.
Hold on.
All right.
That's mucus of excitement.
That is. I could tell. It was different.
That's
it sounded
the mucus
different.
of a radio show guest.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. And that was David Bowie in The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Ethan, first thoughts?
First thoughts. We definitely listened to all of that, and this isn't edited.
At all.
We didn't spend 5 minutes talking. This is automatically afterwards. But besides that, I love that album, like, extraordinarily. When you told me I could pick whatever album, I took a few minutes. Then I was like, well, let me look at what I have in my record player. And it was that. So just such a huge fan. Yeah, no,
this is like my first full Bowie album. And for me, like, I could see no better way of getting into Bowie than this album. It's easily accessible.
Way of getting into him than him dying,
Well, also that too. That's another weird thing that this year that I've noticed about like I knew Prince songs, but I didn't. But now, of course, I'm like, yeah, Prince is actually very good, and I wish when he was alive I appreciated him and listened to more of his stuff. But it's weird how that stuff works. But definitely, because I knew.
Yeah, it's a prime opportunity, because a lot of people will be like, oh, what, nobody listened to them when they were alive. It's like, whatever, it's music. You can listen to it whenever you want to get into it.
Well, yeah, the music...
It's the prime opportunity for anyone to introduce someone and appreciate that person's art. You shouldn't need to get into them at a certain time, because, especially with David Bowie and anyone who says at our age, we weren't alive when any of his really, really big music came out, so we can all just be quiet.
Yeah, I know. Like, I hate when people say that, so I'm like, oh, you didn't know the real Bowie. I'm like, well...
hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, someone walked through.
That's all fine, dude.
Well, we'll restart this.
That's fine. Yeah, do you want to restart from the top, or we can just start after you made your comment about the about getting into Bowie?
Restart from the top,
all right.
And I'll let you know.
All right, cool, yeah.
I'll do that, sorry.
Dude, you're totally fine. Bowie.
Yeah, he's good.
My favorite Bowie song still, though, is the one he did with Bing Crosby, just for that video.
He did one with Bing Crosby?
It's a Christmas song. It's Little Drummer Boy, but then David Bowie's like, Well, because the whole deal is like he wasn't gonna do. He was like, I want to sing my own version of a Christmas song. Like I want to do my own song. And they're like, well, Bing Crosby's already like signed on to do Little Drummer Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'll send you the video, and then Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly recreated it, and like,
oh, seriously?
They only added like one thing at the end. It's the funniest thing. Bing Crosby can't say Bowie for some reason. He keeps going, "Hey Bowie, you want to sing a song with me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." And like, it's the fun to me. It's the funniest song, but like, it's an actual good Christmas song.
Yeah, when did this come out? How old was Bing Crosby during this?
It was they recorded it right before his death because he died before Christmas that year, I think. Mm-hmm. Or there was some weird thing like where like he recorded that song and that's the last thing he ever recorded.
Really?
Yeah, and like I don't know, like with the video you can't kind of tell, but you definitely are like, wow, like Crosby's getting up there.
Yeah, dude, Bing Cosby.
Bing Cosby. Whoa.
Cosby and David Bowie.
Oh god. I would pay to see that.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially now with that tension.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, Bowie, you gotta be nice to... Or like, I mean, technically, you know, one's dead, but like, where they're like, Bowie, you gotta be nice to him. And he's like, what? Why? Like, you know what he did. Like...
Well, especially, isn't Bing Crosby, off of Bill Cosby and back to Bing Crosby, yeah. Bing Crosby has the top-selling single of all time, doesn't he? Isn't White Christmas, like, the best-selling single of all time?
I gotta look that up, because I think that might have been part of the article I read, but, like, let's look at it.
Bing Crosby. I'm pretty sure it is, and then, like, Candle in the Wind by Elton John is second.
That's a weird two kind of pairing, but, like, I don't know.
I think it's, it was for Princess Diana. It was like the re-recorded one with George Michael, I want to say.
Oh, the one where they did it live.
That was Don't Let the Sun Go Down.
I was going to say.
Candle in the Wind was just a re-recording, but that is the second best-selling single of all time.
That makes sense, though. I mean, the Diana, I mean, I didn't see the first one, obviously, but I saw the one that they did in 2007. That one was great.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did they do Candle in the Wind again?
I know he showed up. I know Elton did something, so he probably did Candle in the Wind again. But I know Tom Jones was there. Fergie was there.
Good for her.
I was like, all right, Fergie, I don't know why you're here, but yeah, okay, I'm not fine.
The world acting like they got no mamas.
Yeah, they didn't even sing that. That was the thing. I was like, all right. So like, you're definitely gonna sing that song, and then she sang "Big Girls Don't Cry," and I was like, this is a weird.
Really, when you had the chance to do London Bridges.
I mean, come on.
You chose that?
You're missing out on it.
I would have chose London Bridges. You're like, how come
every time you come around my London Bridge?
London Bridge when I go down like...
London.
Prime shit.
Oh, God. I remember...
Because everyone goes straight for Fergalicious, and I'm like, listen, like, Fergalicious is good, but that's not the prime shit.
Like... I mean, I know all the words of Fergalicious, also because I was a little boy, and I was like, oh my god, like, what?
That music video made you go through puberty?
Instantly. I remember, dude, I think it was 7th grade, and, like, that's when, like, I think Black Eyed Peas were still kind of halfway decent.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright, and, like, it was so, like, life-changing. I was like, she's by herself now? Yeah, no, it still is the best-selling single of all time. Going back to, yeah.
I like the version where it's like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, and it's like, and I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, like the ones Have you heard that version?
No!
How have you never heard that one?
I don't know. Okay, so now I have a new favorite Christmas song.
How have you never heard that?
God, dude, I like Christmas music is the one type of music that I am not like. I'm not even fluent. Yeah, look this up right now, dude.
I'm sorry. We'll take it from the top after I find this.
Dude, no, that's totally fine. I need to hear this song now.
Weird version. I don't know who does it. Because I thought it was like, is it this one? Is it the Drifters?
What the fuck? You mean the other?
Yes, it's the Drifters version of. It's on the Home Alone soundtrack. Yeah, it's got 3 million views. Huh? Look up right now. I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas by the Drifters.
All right, hold on. Come on, go. Stop being stupid, laptop. All right, so wait, I'm like under the boardwalk drifters, like that's what.
I guess.
That's fucked up.
Are you referring to people who like go under a boardwalk are called drifters?
Oh no, like the song by the Drifters, "Under the Boardwalk." We'll be
I don't
having
know.
some fun. I hope to Christ it's them. Like,
It might be.
oh my God, please, for the love of God, be them. Because then it will make that song 10 times better for me.
Sodomy, fellatio.
Go online.
It's from Hair.
Okay, where's the search button? There we go. Shut up, Matt Pat. I'll watch you later.
Yeah.
Why? Come on. It's that time of year. You know what song I'm looking for. White Christmas. The Drifters. Oh my God. Here we go.
I'm gonna listen to this shit at the same time. Is this the same people you're thinking of?
Yes!
You just wait. It's great.
They're going nuts in the background. You do.
No, you.
I've heard this part.
You just wait till the second singer comes in.
Okay.
That's when it's good. May your days be merry and bright. And your Christmases be white.
Oh my God. Is it here? Does it come now?
Yeah.
What?
It's so good.
What the fuck?
How have you never heard this before?
I don't know.
It's so good.
This might have to be featured on my Christmas show.
Please. This will be the featured. I can give you good Christmas songs like that and Santa Got Run Over by My Chevy.
What?
Alright, I'll explain that after this song.
Is that one from that album that got like banned all over the place? Where it's like
I have no clue. I'm in middle school. I used to fall asleep to the radio because I didn't have like an iPod or anything.
Same here.
And it was during Christmas, and I had Christmas music on, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like this song by like a mariachi band singing "Santa Got Run Over by My Chevy" instead of "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer."
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I forget who. It's like some weird.
It will come up because like
Santa
got run over. Got stuck in a chimney. Santa goes straight to the ghetto. I'm gonna have to bookmark that for later.
Yeah, I found it. It's by Manic Hispanic.
Come on. Run over by my Chevy. Manic Hispanic. All right, let's hear this. Let's hear this bad Larry.
Yeah.
Come on. Stop being stupid.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. These guys look like cool dudes.
This is like Dominic the Donkey level of great.
Oh, jeez. What the?
I woke up to this in middle school.
What the fuck? Cerveza!
Yeah. Santa got run over by my Chevy.
Yeah, over by my Chevy.
Yep. I'll let you know if I can think of any other great Christmas classics.
Oh, you need to, dude. That's an all-time classic. Not even Christmas.
Yep. Well, of course. There's also well, CeeLo Green has a whole Christmas album.
I've wanted to listen to that for the longest time.
It's pretty good.
It is shit.
Oh, it's great. It's quality.
I was like hoping against hope, like that you were gonna be like, listen, like it's CeeLo Green, like it is what it is. But like now I'm like, fuck.
There's that. There's Snoop Dogg and One Direction. No, not One Direction. Big Time Rush.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's Snoop Dogg and Big Time Rush to the 12 Days of Christmas.
I feel like I've heard this. What the fuck?
Alright, maybe we should get back to doing this show.
Oh my god, this is why I record this shit, so like later on I can go back and like laugh hysterically. I'm like, the fuck, like... Alright. Woo! Gotta get the Chevy out of my mind, but... Alright.
Yep, I mean, Santa has to get his mind out of the Chevy, too.
I know. Alright. 3, 2, 1. And that was The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars by David Bowie. Ethan, we weren't doing anything before this, but what are your initial thoughts after listening?
After listening to only David Bowie, I have to say, it's a pretty good album. There's a reason why I chose it, and it's because it's one of my favorites of all time, but we'll get into that as we continue on. What were your thoughts, Hudson? Give me your initial thoughts right now.
Honestly, this is my first Bowie album, like, front to back. Obviously, I've heard a lot of Bowie singles. I have Next Day and Black Star. I haven't, his two most recent albums. I haven't listened to them yet. They've kind of, weirdly, I got them both before the death of Bowie, unfortunately, for him. And I didn't listen to them, but now it's kind of, for me, the perfect time to go back and, like, re-listen to all of his music. But this album as a whole is a great entry point, I feel, to David Bowie and his music. Because it's got a lot of the early stuff that you'll easily be able to identify, like, that's a Bowie song. Like,
yeah, it has a lot of ones that you'll recognize as Bowie, but then also there's the ones that maybe weren't huge singles, but obviously inside the rock and roll community, it's well known. It's just overall a great album. I can't say, and it is a rock opera, can't say I exactly know the story. Yeah. I've yet to figure that out, but it's still, I've listened to it so many times front to back. It's so awesome.
It is a really good album, too, and as a whole, it works very well, because obviously, the singles that were released from this album, obviously Starman, Moon Age Daydream, Ziggy Stardust, Suffragette City, I mean, those are the Bowie songs you're going to grow up kind of knowing.
Yeah.
And obviously Moon Age Daydream, now that it was featured in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, which when I saw that was on this album, I was very excited.
Yeah, it fit perfectly inside the movie, too, but it's... like, that's probably my favorite off of the album besides Soul Love. I don't know why. It's just very, very trippy, psychedelic, and I love it.
Yeah, no, same here. I mean, obviously for me, I have a weak spot for Starman. I don't know why. I love that, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be, for me, Moon Age Daydream or actually Rock and Roll Suicide, because I feel that's an amazing way to end an album. Like, he did it right.
Yep.
But yeah,
it's that final little violin note.
Well, I mean, it is, and that because it also mirrors the opener 5 years. It does I mean, I don't know. He planned out this album. This was, I don't know. To me, it's still when albums were being planned as a whole, not as like I'm gonna try to get big off, Ziggy, Moon Age, like all these. It worked very well. I mean, overall,
yeah, I think this was the first time he also... Sorry if I cut you off.
No, you're fine. No, get in.
Yeah, well, it was on purpose, because I'm taking over the show now. But
oh, shit.
I wanted to say, I think this was the first album that he started doing the costumes with, too, I'm pretty sure. Like the alter egos.
I think so. I think this is... because obviously Ziggy the Stardust is the persona he did with this one. But I think you're right on that, too, because, I mean... I think Space Odyssey was the one that came out before this, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing a character then.
No, that was just David Bowie.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
I mean, they're all David Bowie. But
yeah, well, that's the weird thing though. It is all David Bowie, but like as I've heard multiple people talk about his death and stuff, like each person identifies with their David Bowie, like the Thin White Duke, Aladdin, like like there's many different Bowies inside Bowie, which is interesting. And then like I don't know, like, and now for me moving forward, listening to Bowie, this is fun that I now kind of know Ziggy. And I can't wait to meet all his other like wonderful creations.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise than that, the only song for me, honestly, that I could not for some reason get behind was "Ain't It Easy," and I don't know why.
Really?
That was the one that for me, I think I put it was 270s, I guess.
I mean, that's a valid point. I mean, music is objective or subjective. Let me redo that and you can edit that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Music is subjective. Oh wait, hold on, let me repeat that once more.
Alright.
Music is subjective, so I can't expect you to be behind every single song, but I mean I didn't find anything wrong with it given I love this album, so I might be a tiny bit biased, but it isn't my favorite off the album.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, and like I'm not even saying it's like a bad song, but I'm just like that's the one for me that I couldn't get fully behind, but everything from there, like, and then of course, the last 3 songs on this album are awesome. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's a big thing for me, starting and opening, and like he starts very strong with 5 years until like, honestly, until Starman, and then Ain't It Easy as I feel. Is that the album break on the vinyl? Because I don't have it. Like, is that the song and then it's just a break? I feel like it would be.
I want to say so. I honestly never really took notice. Let me try.
All right, yeah.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Like, I love this album. I have it on vinyl. I cannot remember for the life of me where.
I didn't notice the whole album break thing until I was watching Continue one day, and they started talking very heavily about, like, back then the album breaks, or even now, technically, the, like, vinyl breaks. To me, it's a cool and interesting topic, so I'm like, okay, so either you want to, like...
It ain't easy.
See, then that, to me, that kind of makes sense, like, in a weird way. Like, we're ending side 1, and then we're going to, I don't know. It makes a little sense. But yeah, no. Overall, this is a great album. But anything else you would like to say today, Ethan?
Let me just think for a second, Hudson.
All right.
I would like to say, what was your opinion on Soul Love? Just because I'm not sure if I had already said it on this, but that's my personal favorite off the album. I love the saxophone in it. Yeah. I love his Soul Love. I love his voice in it. Your thoughts?
Oh yeah, I took notes on this, and I said, for me, like, the main note was like, this is what I would expect from David Bowie. And, like, that's not like, oh, it's a Bowie song. For me, I'm like, I expect nothing less than this from David Bowie. It has 5-star rating in my iTunes. That's kind of how I go through these shows and kind of, like, make things. But for me, it's a 5-star song. It's a great second. For me, I mean, I feel like he could have opened with that song. I really like it. To me, it's a Bowie song to a T, and that's what makes me love it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's great. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no. So obviously, you're welcome back on our special, which I'm going to talk about one more time real quick here. For New Year's Eve, we are taking over the radio station from about noon-ish, depending on time and all that, until midnight fully with all Project Lightning Falcon material. So I decided, what better way to do that than to just bring on the new show I've been doing and look at the full albums from 2016. And because Ethan's here and he's the only one that's weird, like you, I like recording shows with you because we're very current.
Yeah.
Like, both of your shows were recorded, like, right before they aired, which I like, because that's the way I do it.
Wait, when is this one airing?
This weekend.
Oh, really?
Like we're taping this, like, we'll edit this part out. Or not, I don't care. We're taping this on a Sunday.
And put this in. Get the raw track.
We're getting the raw. So, yeah.
No, that raw dog track.
Raw dog tracks with Ethan and Hudson. Welcome. But, yeah, I might have to cut that.
No.
But, no, we're recording this on a Sunday, and then next Sunday this is airing for the season. I'm calling it the season finale, like I said at the top of the show, but you know.
Season 5. Wow, it's big. This is a landmark for you, isn't it?
This is a giant thing, Ethan. Step your game up.
Mr. Season Finale. Don't let me rain on your parade. Thank you. It was such an honor, Hudson, being on your season finale.
Now I have to keep it in.
Yeah, huh? Let's see if you get renewed for a season 2. I honestly hope not.
Wow. I was gonna say, I guess you're maybe not welcome back on the New Year's Eve shows, I guess.
Whatever. Oh yeah, no, that's how I want to start my New Year's, stooping down to this level. Fuck this radio show. Fuck you stupid laugh.
One day, as I hope with all of these shows, I'm gonna put this part in now for sure. I tape all of this stuff. Like, there's 30-minute conversations from every person I've recorded with on this show, before, after, and during. And, like, I'm like, one day, like, hopefully I'll have a podcast or something where I can air these, like, in full, without the music, to make it even better for me. Because then there'll be a weird, like, 5-minute break like there was for us, or longer, where we go off and talk about random stuff, and then, like, we come back and pretend to keep doing a show.
Yeah.
Because for me, the juxtaposition after hearing the edited version of this and what we recorded is the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Can you, like, do you do bleeps if there's swears on the radio, or do you just, like, kind of edit out the word real quick?
Depending on what it is. Like, certain words, like, I know we can say. So, like, obviously the harder ones, I know we can't. But I do play music.
Straight hard ones. You can use the half chub ones, but not the hard ones.
I can use half chubs. Half chubs are okay. I can use.
What would you consider a half chub swear?
Ass. Like,
hell?
You can. Like, ass, hell, like. I think.
What about shit?
I think. I want to
say. It's on the fence.
I want to say I think I can use shit, but I can't use bullshit.
Uh-huh.
It's one, like, I can say ass, but I can't say asshole.
What about jackass?
I feel like I can say it because that was the name of a TV show.
Can you not say asshole simply because, like, you can think of an ass and it's just two butt cheeks, but then an asshole, it's like you picture someone spreading their cheeks, and then there's, like, the disgusting asshole. There's probably hair around it, too.
Well, I think...
Just because of the visual picture that comes with it.
I think that's what the FCC thing was, because, I mean... and then, like, there's weird cases where I know you can't say ass, but if you're referring to a donkey, you can say an ass. Mm-hmm. So I think that's how they... Because, like, I think if you call someone, like, you're an ass, they'll, like, be like, oh, you're calling him a donkey. But if you say you're an asshole, the image that you just perfectly described...
Yeah, so you can't be, like, face down, ass up. That'll get bleeped. But if you're, like, Dominic the ass, then it's okay.
You know, like, if it wasn't Dominic the donkey, if it was Dominic the Christmas ass, which... I think is a missed opportunity right there.
Which I think is my next Pornhub title.
Don't search it, because I know it's real. Like, that...
It's real? I guarantee you it's not real. I guarantee you that's an opportunity waiting to be taken advantage of.
I mean, if they made the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers porn, if they just made that, I don't know, there still might be a chance.
Well, I think my favorite one ever is Lara Croft Womb Raider.
Oh, that's pretty perfect, actually.
It's pretty... No, and the best part is like, they're after this artifact that apparently is just, like, ancient Viagra. And when the dude... And it's, like, whoever has it, like, anyone wants to fuck him. And, like, of course, Lara Croft almost gets there, but wait, the militia gets it first. And, like, when the dude grabs it, they do, like... You know how in Claymation, like, they'll take pictures of it and it'll, like, the things will be moving around?
Yeah.
Well, in this one, they do, like, stop motion of his, like, dick growing, so it's, like, frame by frame of it, like, extending until it's, like, bursting out of his fly.
I feel like I've seen this, actually. Like,
I hope you have. It's pretty good. Like, it's pretty good.
The more you describe it, the more I'm like, I feel like I've watched this video.
I didn't even watch the sex scenes. I just watched the plot. Honestly,
someone told me that, like you should watch the Alice in Wonderland 70s porno. I'm like, why? They're like, because of the story. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I watch me and my friends used to watch porns all the time for their stories. Like, we would skip the sex scenes and only go to it. Like, we watched Bikini Airways, which was pretty good. Which was about a woman inheriting this airline from her uncle Hugh Janus. And, which, he has a porn star name, but he's not in it. fucking anyone, so that's just like a wasted opportunity. And it's like, it's basically just about people having sex on this airplane, but then, like, there's these two goofy pilots, and at one point the plane's crashing, and then nothing is mentioned of it again, and, like, it was not significant in any way. And then another part, like, an alien spaceship drives by, and it's, like, it's just weird, but they're just, like, constantly making jokes to each other, and I'm like, I'm more invested in these guys than the actual sex scenes going on the airplane.
That's great. I'm gonna. Well, I know what I'm looking up now, but
that and there was one called Intergalactic Swingers. They're all on HBO late night. So
I feel like I've seen. I feel like I've heard of Intergalactic Swingers. I feel like I might have watched that as well.
If we're airing this, please check these out. They're quality.
These are quality titles that you. But I found the one I wanted to share with you: Mighty Muffin Pounder Rangers.
No way!
It just got made too.
Seriously?
Yeah, like which I'm like, how? Well, same thing with the Pokemon, like Strokomon. Like, how did you just come to like?
Yeah,
there's a lot of missed opportunities there. But
I got some stuff we might need to edit out, but I just want to say this real quick.
Yeah, no, say it, dude.
So,
totally.
I thought of one, and you know the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had there's my porn version, which is What's Making Gilbert Rape, and I thought that one was pretty good.
I want to watch that.
Just like, we could have Arnie, and he'd be like, Mama? Mama? And she'd be like, you can call me Mama, and then, like, they fuck, and, like, Arnie's just going, like, Arnie's got a huge dick because he's retarded, and, like, for some reason, he's got to compensate somewhere.
If I ever get rich, I'm hiring you to make that movie, and we're, like, releasing it in theaters, like...
Yeah, we're gonna release some porn.
We're just gonna be like, listen, the country's, by the time, in theory, by the time I'm rich, a lot of stuff's gonna be, like, gone in America, so, like, you know...
Like, hopefully black people.
I was...
we gonna leave this in?
Now I gotta edit.
It's like, no, it's like the people on Facebook that are like, this person came up to me and was like, yeah, all you black people get over the wall. Like, I guarantee you, like, I'm sure there's assholes out there who are thinking that, but I don't think anyone said that. If not, that's just me having hopeful thinking that no one's that much of a prick.
Same here. Like, I see shit all the time where I'm like, no. Like, no.
It seems so cartoonish. Like, that's the stuff I say when I'm joking around. When I'm like, yeah, like, all you Jews get out of the classroom. Being surprised how many times I say that. But, like, that's like, it sounds like a joke. Like, it sounds like when you're making fun of something like that. If someone's actually saying that, go believe yourself.
Well,
you should go and fuck yourself.
See, we could all start a band. I mean, obviously. There's a lot of routes we could go, Ethan.
Well, of course. Well, I mean, there's still rap. You've still got to join Slick Dick Cash Crew. Except, you know how there's the dollar and cent signs?
Yeah.
It's only cent signs, like, the Cash Crew is with the C's, like the cent signs, but the S isn't the dollar sign because we only perform in subways for quarters.
I'm in.
We're not good.
You just signed your newest member.
We're not good. We're not good in the slightest.
You sold me with the "we're not good" line because I'm like I don't know if I can get in on this, but you're like, we're not good. I'm like, there's that white boy.
Literally, anyone can get in because there's no risk. We're not good. Like, there's no losing risk. Popularity because we have none. It's like we are far from reaching our Kickstarter goal.
So this isn't
it's just a basket in front of us that says Kickstarter. We don't even have a page.
There's no page. It's just there. So this isn't going to be like when Donnie joined Funky Bunch and we all had to worry. Like, there's no risk.
No. Like I said, we can't afford to get a computer to make a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, so it's literally just a plastic bag from Walmart in front of us that blows away all the time.
That we're constantly trying to catch instead of wrapping.
Yep. And, like, if you donate, like, 5 cents, we'll just say your name out loud. Like, that's the prizes. It's nothing significant. We'll give you a literal shout-out, which means we just shout your name in the subway for a minute straight.
At the top of our lungs, like Ethan Bradbury.
Like, it's not good prizes, because we can't afford to give anyone good prizes because they're performing at a Subway.
Oh, so that cuts into the profit then. We're not making money.
Yeah. Like, it's not. We sleep, like, we've been using the same Subway ticket for about 3 years because we just live on the Subway. We refuse to go past the booths where you give the ticket because then we need to pay again.
Because then you... I'm in. You sold me.
Yeah.
With a delivery like that, how could it not be good?
Yeah. Like, if you ever hear an MBTA worker, like, in the Green Line, where they're like, why does all the toilet paper keep disappearing from the bathroom? That's because we're using it to make beds. Like, you know how you lay out newspaper for a dog when it wants to sleep? Like, that's what we do.
So you can't get newspapers. That's a treasure down in the Subway Times.
Well, yeah, that's also past the booths where you put the tickets so we get it.
That's also past the...
We have the inability to get newspaper.
I want to imagine that you have a rival crew that's not doing much better, but they're inside the Subway now, like, and they're constantly...
We did, but then they got steady careers, so when they beat us, we're not better than them.
That's even better.
We don't even have we don't even spit bars, we just say rhyming words, like, we're like, car, bars, stars, like, it's not songs.
It's not coherent, it's just rhyming trees.
It's just one-syllable rhymes.
We've gotten so far off track.
Yeah, oh god, is this gonna stay in?
I might keep it. I might keep our, some of it at least. Not the certain...
Not, like, I want to release this online somewhere.
I've always thought about that. I'm like, listen, well, technically I'm volunteering at this station, so they don't own my content. I still do. I want to put these places.
Like, we should just record one of these someday. Like, even if it's over this, and just post it somewhere and see what people think. Like, even if it's this, even if we just say this is, like, the random track, like, the unedited version, and we can edit the part where I talk about black people getting out of the country.
I was gonna say, we edit certain parts out.
Yeah, you know, like that, and like... Because I also thought of something like that, where it's like, you know Jeff Foxworthy, right?
Yeah.
Like, the women, like, like this stupid, like, you know, if you were a redneck, I want to make a Western starring him, just because then it could be, like, some sick things, where it could be like, you know you're an Indian if my gun's down your throat, and, like, he's just saying some sick one-liners. You know you're a black if you got 5 bullets in the back of your head from my gun. Like, he's not even taking on, like, gangs. Like, he's an outlaw because he's just a dick.
I was gonna say, it's
people
just...
going out their regular day. They're like,
how
are you doing, sir? He's like, you know you're black if I'm kicking the shit out of you.
Yes to all of this. We're making these things.
I'm not a fan of the blue-collar comedy tour.
That is more than fine to not be a fan of them. I'm pretty sure none of the people that listen to this show would be overly offended, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't care anyways. It's Jeff Fox. He hosts, like, the Great Bible and Game Show.
Okay, worse than that, he's in the Golden Corral commercials, like, enthusiastically. Not like how Shaq's in a new commercial every other day, and he does, like, one creepy thing, and then you're like, alright, crap, this Shaq did his creepy thing in the commercial, we're out, like...
Yo, pain can't match the icy hot patch.
And then he does that weird shoulder shimmy and, like, eye twitch, like... Mm-hmm. Like, alright, Shaq, yeah, we got it. Or, like, the General commercial where now they're not even, like, doing real commercials, they're straight up just, like, throwing shit at him.
The General does not... Oh, wait, are you talking about the General, like, the car insurance?
Yeah, where Shaq's like... I was used to use the General when I was, and then he takes a creepy long pause. He's like, younger. And at the end of the
Shaq's on a General commercial? How did they get the budget for that?
He's on a couple General commercials. It's not like he did one because he needed, like, money for a pool. Like, he just fucking did a bunch of them.
That's weird, because, like, the General, they're exclusively, like, animated commercials, so I'm like, okay, like, you guys probably don't have anyone... real to be like, yeah, I love this car insurance because everything is CGI in it. It's like this weird Captain Crunch wannabe dude and a penguin and like a weird sports car that they animated, so it's not impressive. It's literally just like something a first-year animation student could do.
Yeah, can make
like, that's their budget. That's the general's budget, and I would like to be like, oh, well, that's because they put more of their money towards making a quality service. But we all know that's not the case, because then they would make better commercials. Like, well, then I don't know.
Then they could
Same
have
with Bob's Furniture.
Oh, fucking Bob's Furniture. Like,
Bob was dead. Because they only had him in animated commercials. I thought he was dead.
So did I! Oh my god, this is a weird phenomenon where, like, in my group of friends, for the longest time, we believed that motherfucker was dead. Like, for years. Because, like, I want to say from, like, 2007 to about 2013, he was not in the commercials anymore. It was that weird claymation Bob.
Things. Yeah, and it was like weird, typical things. Like, you're gonna love my Bob-a-pedic. And it was like, he easily could have said this in a commercial when he was alive, so I could believe that they were just taking clips from previous commercials and just putting it in there and making it seem like he was still alive.
Well, no, and the fact that that girl said all the new stuff. Yeah. They never made the claymation dude, like, update, even though Bob, we all found out when he was in a commercial, like, a couple days ago. I was like, he's fucking alive.
It's a lookalike. It's like Paul is dead. It's Bob is dead. It's in the commercials.
Oh god. Anyways, let's. I'm gonna fuck it. I don't even know where I'm gonna jump back in, but I'm gonna find a way to edit this and make it work. So yeah. I'm gonna jump back in by just being like, all right, 3, 2, 1. So Ethan. You're welcome to come on to our 2016 Best of the Year album reviews.
Wow, you mean it?
I mean it, Ethan. So...
What the honor?
So, Ethan, I guess we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks then from when this airs. And, of course, in reruns, I've dated myself horribly now. So this is great.
I guess we will. Did we already say what album I chose for you for the Best of 2016?
It's a surprise, Ethan.
It's a surprise? Wow. You're getting people invested.
People gotta listen, man. Or follow the social media a couple days after when I post, so.
I'm gonna release cryptic stuff on my Twitter. Try and get people to figure it out.
Don't you? The sad thing is, I tried to do that when I first made, like, the Facebook page for, like, my radio shows. And,
really?
And, like...
Can you give us an example?
I can give you all of the examples I use because it's so deeply burned in my fucking brain that, like, I'm not gonna.
I want to hear the cringiest first, and then I'll be the judge.
Oh, okay. So I don't know why I kept doing this, but like I got a bunch of CDs that I didn't need, or like download codes to vinyls where like I bought the vinyl on Amazon, so they gave me free MP3, so I didn't need the code. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give all this stuff away. Like, cool, like. Music giveaway, that'll get people invested. I had, like, one kid at that time that listened to me, like, religiously, and that's because he was my friend and wanted to be on the shows with me.
He was like, wow, Hudson, it's so good. Like, he was just lying to you. He was like, no, I watched, man. You did awesome.
It wasn't even like he was lying, though, was the sad thing. Like, he would text me about, like, certain songs and stuff, and I was like, you're listening?
Also, I'm just going to clarify right now, like, me and Hudson are friends. I'm not being...
Yeah, we're friends. Like, if either one of us comes off, like, as a dick to the other...
I don't think our relationship is, like, well-known enough for people to know that we're being very sarcastic towards each other.
At all times. Like, there's never... Yeah. Like, anyways.
I very much enjoy being on this show.
Well, I'm going to edit that part in randomly, like, I think right before we come back from the album, I'm throwing that in. I very much
just have it like a thing, be like, wow, Hudson, it's such an honor to be on here. I love being on the Sunday sit down, even though I'm like, this sucks.
So, I literally let you talk clearly with not interrupting you so I can use that sound clip later in a bunch of random places. Yay!
But you soundbite me.
I'm gonna fucking soundbite the shit out of you. But anyways, so the whole, like, the Kooks. Do you know the band The Kooks? They're British.
I do.
So
I know.
Yeah, so I was
Habit and She Moves in Her Own Way.
Exactly.
Do you believe I know them now?
I know you know them now because those are the hints I tried to fucking use. I was like, all right,
this radio show definitely moves in its own way.
I'm gonna find these shows for you now. I'm gonna find the date. Don't worry. I'll just send you the snippets because I would be like, sometimes I'm inside in, inside out of the studio. I'm, like, almost sure, like, that's one of the things I fucking said. like the name of the album because I was trying to get people to like guess what it was, and eventually my friend like broke down, and he was like, "Listen, dude, I've known it was the Kook since the first one because it was so goddamn obvious, but like I waited until you finished because that were the rules of the show," and I'm like, "I put rules on this."
Was he just commenting like, I can't guess what it is?
He didn't even comment that. I think he had to like Facebook message me to be like, I can't comment on your page to win all the albums. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you disabled comments on your page. So I had to go in and like enable comments for him to literally be like, it's the Kooks. And I was like, oh god, it's awkward.
I'm trying to think of something cringy I did so we can even this out so you're not the only one. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to think of something that I did on stage that was very cringeworthy. Because, like, there's been a lot. Let me think. Like, jeez. Oh, and you can obviously edit this to make it sound like I'm saying it, like, right afterwards.
Oh, god. Dude, are you kidding me? I make sure there's no, like, weird pauses between anybody's unless it, like, leads into something good where you're like, you know what I was saying, actually?
It's just us sitting in silence.
That could be a version we release on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, maybe.
Brand new podcast, and it literally just starts with us like introducing ourselves, and then like, do you want to? Okay, and then like 5 minutes of silence, and then being like, so, I'm sorry, I'll let you go, and then just like
get into like a massive fight,
just continuously like not like. And then,
like, you told me we weren't recording today. Like, I have somewhere to be. I really don't want to be doing this right now.
Dude, I have, like, a fucking girl waiting for me right now, and we're fucking taping these shows. You said you were fucking ready, Ethan.
Having a girl waiting for me. Listen, man, we're trying to make this believable. We both...
Oh, God. I love how this is also prefaced by, like, I'm good friends with Hudson, don't worry.
Yeah.
This is fine. It's like old school, well, not even old school, but like when Dan joined Game Grumps, and like they would just consistently shit on Ross to the point where like I would read comments on Steam Train videos being like, they're awful mean to Ross. I don't know why they're still like why Ross puts up with this. He could have such a successful show on his own, like all this shit, and then they had to like release a thing on the like Reddit being like, listen, we're friends with Ross, all right? Like, we like him, like he's a good friend.
Yep. Oh, I thought of something cringeworthy. Alright, so my cringeworthy story is, I'm a comedian, and this was beforehand, though, when, like, because a lot of people will think in high school that they're funny, but they're not, and this was, like, my stage of that before I actually became funny.
Yeah.
And they were looking for someone to, do you know what powder puff is?
Football?
Yeah, it's like when all the girls play football.
When the boys cheerlead and the girls play football.
Yeah. You know, messing around with them gender roles.
Whoa, progressive!
Pretty steamy. So, during this, they were like, we need someone to host. And I was like, I'll do it. Like I said, didn't want to be a comedian at this time, but I thought I could do a good job. And, like, originally I was like, yeah, I'm going to announce everyone by, like, their Twitter names, and people were, like, excited and stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is what happened was, one, I got in the booth and I was playing music, and, like, first of all, no one at our age, like, especially during, like, sophomore year, is that, like, they didn't really like it. Like, obviously people learn to appreciate stuff, and like maybe I shouldn't have been playing music that I exclusively listen to for a mass crowd of high schoolers. But like that wasn't even it. Like people were like, oh, like okay, like but then we got to announcing, and the thing is that I thought I was gonna have some kind of headset as if I was actually like announcing an NFL game and not a high school football game. That's not even a main high school football game.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, like you're gonna have to look and see what's going on. Like I had minimal knowledge of football at the time, so I knew jack about what was going on. Like, I couldn't see out there because I, like, needed glasses as well, and I didn't have them yet.
Yeah.
So it's just me, like, fumbling around trying to, and, like, every once in a while I would, like, mumble something on the mic and be like, and then, like, say someone's Twitter name, and people are like, who the hell is this kid? And finally, I went to the bathroom, and then I came back, and they had replaced me in, like, the 5 minutes I was gone. So I was like, whatever, guess I'll go fuck myself.
Fuck you don't know art!
Could you believe that I would go down the career path of a comedian?
Yes.
Oh yeah, well everyone has their cringe, but that's my cringeworthy story.
I was gonna say everyone's got a couple, but anyways, I'm weirdly editing myself back into a hole. This has been
It's all about you.
Fuck off, Ethan. This is my show.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Fucking finish it. I don't care.
Fucking end it, dude. All right. 3, 2, 1. Just for editing purposes. Fuck it. 1. And anyways, Ethan, once again, we'd like to thank you for being on the Sunday Sit Down.
Well, you're quite welcome, Hudson.
So obviously, we'll see you guys New Year's Eve. Follow all the Facebook and Twitters at at Pro Light Falcon on Twitter, Project Lightning Falcon on Facebook. We post about the shows. We'll definitely be dropping you hints and stuff about the shows that are coming up, what we'll be playing, it's all the stuff we're doing.
Hudson, are you planning on having some good hints as opposed to the ones that you originally did, or are we?
You know what, Ethan? We might just go back for fun, but
riddle me this.
I'm the next Riddler. I'm gonna play him in the movie. You just wait. If Jared Leto can be the Joker, I'm definitely gonna be the Riddler.
You say Jared Letterman?
I think I might have by like Freudian slip, but yes, I was thinking of Letterman. But there's a Rolling Stone cover with him on it right now next to me, and I'm looking at it.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, Letterman. Anyways, this has gone on far too long. The show is ending. Thanks, Ethan, for being on the season finale. It was a lot of fun. You're going to hear more stuff next year. Where Stephanie is going to be on here, so that's going to be cool.
Wow, we're gonna have Stephanie. I don't know who that is.
Ethan doesn't know Stephanie or Zach, but they're going to be on the next one.
Oh, wait. You're talking about... You talking about, like, Steph and Zach, like...
Yeah, like our friends. Yeah.
Oh, geez, edit that out. I do know who they are.
I'm keeping that part in. You kidding me?
No, don't.
Radio magic.
No, you didn't say last names. I thought you meant someone like who lives up in Maine.
Nope.
Well, I don't know. Every time someone refers to her, they say Steph. Like, what's up with you using the most formal way of saying?
We're on a formal version of this show, all right, Ethan. Listen up, we're not playing around. This is for real.
Yeah.
This isn't for free. I don't volunteer to do this.
Look at you, covering your tracks. Not going very well.
Anyways, this has been the Sunday Sit Down. Hope to see you next time. Hope to see you New Year's Eve. Hope to see you whenever we see you. Listen to the other show, The Indian Informant. It's on Fridays and Saturdays. I guess it's all right. You want
and everyone just have a great Christmas, okay? Keep your family with you. You know.
Don't
any
listen
friends,
to
any fights you're in. You know what? Just let them go for the day. All right. Have peace. Hug a dog. You know.
That was
hug a conservative.
They need love right now.
I don't know why I made this political. I didn't mean to. We can edit that out.
We will. Okay. This has been the Sunday Sit Down. Bye.
Hug a independent. Hug a non-biased person.
Hug someone with worldviews that are, normal. All right. Bye.
Oh, jeez.
Well, as always, this has been the most fun ever.
Yeah. I am scared to listen to this whole thing.
The whole thing. I'll send you both versions. I'll send you, like, the trimmed down, like, wow, they did good version, or then I'll send you, like, the, oh, wow, like, we talked about a lot of things.
Yep.
Which is fun. Hey,
I think we talked about the album for a total of 15 minutes.
Which actually weirdly works in the format, but, like, that's totally fine.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't have much. Like, and I love this album, but at the same time, I don't want to bullshit and be like, yeah, well, I like this song and like that. Like, I don't know much about the composition of music or anything to be able to describe why these songs are so good. All I can do is listen to it and be like, hey, like I have an inclination to want to listen to this album over and over again and own it on gold record because I love David Bowie. Like I said, it's one of the 2 gold records that I have.
Nice.
The other one being Hello Nasty by the Beastie Boys.
Hey!
Yeah. They're pretty good.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, just so you know, I mean, we're all now behind the scenes again. This show has been getting pretty good, like, feedback and stuff. And, like, our episode, like, the taped one, even the one where, like, it was quote-unquote, like we're doing right now, taped through phone. Like, people enjoyed it. The station head loved it. But
oh, really?
Yeah.
Any opinions of me as a guest? Did anyone like it?
Yeah, no, they because he was very interested. He's like, he brought a lot to the table, like asking about like the FCC regulations back in the '60s and stuff. I'm like, wow, like that's like, I didn't expect you A to listen and B to have notes.
Yeah.
Like I expected you to listen and be like, you did good again, Hudson. It's another show where I can tell you're into it and your guest is into it, and that's all that really matters. But no, instead he brought a lot of questions to the table. He was like, so like can I come on? And like he wants to come on now. So I'm like, yeah, like that's the point. All right, guys. I know it's kind of a weird end, kind of an abrupt end, but that's kind of where it's going to end today for today's episode of Infinite Light Brigade, or /Sunday Sit Down / episode 0 of a bunch of stuff. So like always, obviously, I think we mentioned our socials in there. If not, they're in the link below. Obviously, go to all these things. Ethan releases funny videos on Wednesday. I release kind of more radio-ish content. Maybe some funny stuff in the future on Mondays. So yeah, guys, and like I said, next week we will be back. As I'm recording this right now, me and Ethan have already planned to get together this current weekend that you're actually going to hear this and record and do stuff. So we actually, this doesn't happen as often. Obviously, I have a couple other surprises that I don't even think Ethan knows about with some other recordings, but in case we run into some trouble again. But guys, thank you once again for listening, and Ethan will be back officially next week. So if you guys are getting sick and tired of listening to me, that's too goddamn bad. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye.